Welcome lads, we're back for another episode of Road to Glory, Scrubs to Stars. Now, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be playing more squad battles, because if we can get Elite 1, which I don't think is really that impossible, frankly, because I'm going to start playing on Legendary. World Class was almost like too easy, and the points are just not going to get you to Elite 1 now that everyone has the ability to get the game, so you're going to need a higher total. So we're going to do that. We're going to be doing a lot of bronze packs, and also we're going to start doing some SBCs. Hopefully from the bronze packs we can do a few of the more simple SBCs, and then maybe talk about doing more complex SBCs, but I think the more complex SBCs will be in next episode. But definitely we're going to start, getting those sort of players. In the next few episodes, I think we will be doing a draft, because as long as you win 2 games, it's worth spending the 15,000 coins. By that point, I should have 15,000 coins, depending on how the SBCs come about and how many games I end up playing. So, without further ado, let us think about what we should do next. Now, what I think we're going to do is we're just going to look at the transfer list, and things are selling along. Things aren't necessarily selling as quick as I would like them to sell, but, things will sell. And that's really the kind of, I feel, the trick of the bronze pack method is just to be patient. And frankly, once my Spanish League team sells, we'll have a few more coins in the bank. And the bronze pack method just requires you to, if you can update your transfer list, like keep relisting as much as possible. Okay, you can't be at home all the time, but there are ways to do it. You got the web app, you got the companion app. And that's really how you're going to start maximizing the bronze pack method. Because if you spend you update your thing when you're at home at night or something like that, and then you spend the whole day and things aren't going to sell. Like, you have 50 things on the transfer list, not all 50 are going to sell. Those 200 coin things, a few will sell, and it's just kind of just getting the most out of it. Now, the SBCs that we look at doing are not the player of the month, Sadio Mane. I don't have anywhere near the coins to that, and I don't think even if I had the coins, I would really go down that path, because he's just not worth the coins. There's just no way of putting it. I won't be doing the marquee matchups. I have a plan of doing more advanced SBCs, and the marquee matchups, frankly, when you watch this video, there will be a new variation of the marquee matchups out, theoretically. We will be getting into this, the hybrid leagues or the hybrid nations. I haven't quite necessarily decided which one, but I'm thinking the hybrid leagues. Therefore, we can, they give good rewards. I've seen amazing things come out of it. I think on my main account when I did these, I packed, not great players, I think I packed Willian twice, and Andrew Herrera, but an Andrew Herrera or a William would be incredible. That's 30, 25k, maybe Andrew Herrera's about 15k, but that's what we're hoping for. Obviously, we pack an icon. I mean, it's game over. I mean, why even bother? I mean, the glory has been reached. But we're going to, get into the squad battles, and I'm a little bit nervous jumping into Legendary, not going to lie, because, yeah, World Class was moderately easy. But losing all 4 games on Legendary is not worth it. You need to be winning all 4 games. I mean, at least winning all 3. And then I do believe you're getting a better point total than playing on World Class. It's a bit more of a struggle, but if you can get those 5 goals, you're good to go. Now, we're probably going to be going with the Premier League team. I have a bit of an issue, obviously, because of the hero cards, the loan cards, they're going to be running out. And I would buy Santi Cazorla. He's 4,000 coins, and he has been incredible. And Herrera, I would love, but he's not necessarily in the price range. And it just seemed, it didn't seem like it was the end of the world. Players were playing moderately well, and they were just doing good things. But it didn't go necessarily the greatest start, but I felt that my team was playing really well. That formation, the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, it was good last year, but I'm not so sure I can play with any other formation. It seems so overpowered, definitely with the quick passing, because you've got those lovely little triangles with the midfielders and the strikers, and I just can't play with other formations. I've attempted on my main account to play with other formations, a 4-3-2-1, and it's just not the same. I mean, yeah, it's okay, but it's just not there. And this team was decent, you know? That Ibora card, I am so glad I picked him up. What an absolute tank. He's got the shot power, which I love, but then he gets the winner there. A really hard-fought match. Not easy. There's no sugarcoating that. That was a complicated one. But frankly, when I play with my main team, that will be out on the channel soon, of what sort of players I've got, because it's a pretty solid team, I still have struggles in the first game. The first game always, like, normally it's like this really crap team and they play super defensive, but we're into the second game now, and the man who was about to be sold, Danny Welbeck, because he's absolutely awful. I mean, not in the first game at least. He started playing a little bit better as we played on. It was just too many chances that were just, like, too good, and he's just missing. He scores a great one there, and I'm just thinking of his real life way of playing, and he seems to only be able to score when it like goes in off his knee or his shin or some other body part that isn't his foot or his head or what he's aiming for. But he started playing well, and I don't really want to sell him. I think he works well with Andre Gray. Andre Gray is great. I mean, that guy is just, I mean, I had a feeling he would be that sort of pace, but he's a very good player, and I give away a ridiculous penalty. I mean, the rage was real here. How you can give away a penalty like that. Aaron Ramsey, as we see, I think we see a replay of this, because it's just, like, he's going for the ball. I hate those. Like, when you're not even trying to tackle, and it's just, oh, and then he steps up, and I even go the right way, but it's still, it's a good penalty, but you're up 2-0, and this is where the rage can really come into squad battles. I mean, I've played more offline games this year than I've played since FIFA 06, frankly. I mean, it's insane. I mean, the rewards are there, but I think it's just more fun. I think there's, a degree of fun to it. Because if it was, like, really, really boring, and it's starting to get boring, I'm not so sure I'm going to continue with it. But right now, in this sort of series, it's paramount. You can't not play squad battles. I mean, maybe there'll be a time, if things go really well, get incredible pack luck, that I won't necessarily bother with it. Because it is a lot. Once Foot Champs comes around, playing those extra, like 12 games each day on the weekend, an extra 24 games on the weekend. I mean, okay, they're not as stressful, theoretically, but I don't know, Legendary can cause absolute rage. But we get another win, and things are going well. I really like this BPL team. Definitely, I feel better in a sense than the other team. Definitely prefer the defense. Obviously, there's a bit more money invested, so that would be expected. But good. Both teams are playing well. Very cheap, obviously, and I will be looking to upgrade. But I want to be doing those SBCs, and I want to be seeing what can really be done. Now, we've got a few things sold, which is, nice. 600 coins. It's not awful. But that's what the bronze pack method is really all about. Patience. If you can have patience, that card is just not selling, you can do great things, really. And you can make serious money. Like, on my main account, I've put FIFA points in, sure. But I don't put that many FIFA. I think I put in like 8,000 FIFA points, right? Which is a decent amount. I didn't pack anyone incredible. But I have a ridiculous team. That it's just unreal. And part of it, I'm not saying all of it, because obviously squad battle rewards definitely give you something, and playing games and all that, is the effing bronze pack method. It's just, okay, a lot of the times you get those 200 coin ones, but how many times have I got someone who's worth 5,000 coins, 4,000 coins, 6,000 coins? I mean, it's just frankly unreal. I mean, these things don't seem to be selling, but, it's not the end of the world, I guess. It's just something you're just going to have to deal with. Now, he should sell, I think. I mean, honestly, I don't know what got my... I shouldn't have built that La Liga team. I didn't like the look of... I mean, obviously, I love playing with Suarez. but I didn't like none of the players. And okay, I played one game with them, so I'm not so sure you can gauge something. But it was just, I do think that this game, I strongly believe that if you play with a team full of players that you like, you're probably going to have A, more fun, and B, I think you're going to play better. I don't think that it's going to be a case of playing with players that you don't like. I just think playing with players you like, I just think is an effective way. Obviously, they have to kind of fit the meta of the game in a sense, because you can't just be out there. Say you love Peter Crouch, right? Well, guess what? Peter Crouch isn't going to be playing any sort of great play on FIFA. That's just not happening. Obviously, there has to be a degree. You have to play with certain players that you don't like. But I think when it comes to the elite players, and sometimes even the crap players, I think it's just better to play with the players you love. Like, okay, Gareth Bale is an example, right? Gareth Bale's an elite player. But there have been years where he's been absolutely incredible. Like, unplayable. I think FIFA 15, FIFA 16, he was exceptional. But FIFA 17, he wasn't widely regarded as being the greatest player on the game. I mean, I would actually argue that Gareth Bale on FIFA, I think 15, was the greatest player in the entire game. He was that good. And he just did things that were just unbelievable. But I'm a big Gareth Bale supporter. I'm also a huge Paul Pogba supporter, definitely in FIFA at least. He is absolutely unreal. I mean, obviously the stats show, but Paul Pogba's not there's people that prefer Kante in the midfield. I don't quite understand that because Kante can't shoot. But, there's a personal preference that I think, the mindset of seeing your favourite players running out there, I think that's just a thing almost not necessarily to take into account, but it's definitely something out there that, you do have to think about when building your squads. Embolo is incredible. There's no arguing that point. I mean, seriously, if this guy gets an inform, I'm buying him. I don't care what his price is. It won't be very expensive to begin with. I don't really know if he even plays, frankly. He's great, though. Great player, Brel Embolo. The Bundesliga team played really well. I got into a lot of these overtime games. But, smashing someone 4-1, I'm not so sure when it comes to skill bonus, do they care about playing in extra time? Theoretically, you would have more shots and you would score more goals. It's the conceding that's a problem. You want to get to 5 goals and not concede. Those are the kind of goals that you want. And the legendary decision, I think, was the right decision, because I think even at this point, I think I've made more points than if I'd won all the games on world class. So that's, I think, it's 2 games down. No, 3 games down. Get in. And we're in gold 1. So theoretically, I'm thinking we should get into elite. I mean, as long as we win. That's going to be the decider. Now, obviously, we're playing the best team. And the best team normally revolves. There's normally a Ronaldo on it. Whether or not he's on or he's coming off the bench, the amount of times Ronaldo comes off the bench is just unbelievable. Oh, he's not starting. It's not the greatest team. I would hate to play in that formation, so not defensive. You would just concede goals every day of the week. But where will Ronaldo be? He will be everywhere, because that's what Ronaldo does. He comes on, and there's just nothing you can do. He's just frankly unstoppable as Herrera scores a great goal. Herrera is definitely one of those players that I would love to have. I'm not going to prioritize it right now because I just don't think he's good enough. Not good enough. I think he's just, he's kind of out of my price range, but he's definitely a player I would really want. But this game I played well, but it just wasn't for me. Another extra time game, and then this happened. I don't know what I'm doing. You're holding down AX and it does that kind of hard tackle, and it just didn't work out. Speaking of the devil, and Herrera, captain, he gives away a penalty, and it's just, You know, when Ronaldo goes by you and they pass you to death, because when they stop doing that quick passing around the box, it's just automatic goal pretty much, unless they miss, because that's just unstoppable. But it's just really incredibly frustrating, and I couldn't bring it back. You know, I hit the post multiple times, and that was just absolutely ridiculous from his goalkeeper, and I just could not put the ball away, and it was frustrating, yes. Danny Welbeck here had a decent enough chance to right the goalkeeper, but the goals weren't coming, and I am going to question the striker's finishing to a certain degree, because Danny Welbeck, well, he is very good, and we do hit elite, which is great. You know, that wasn't great, but I still think we can hit Elite 1, but honestly, Elite 2, the 2 mega packs, it's solid, frankly. But now we are going to be jumping in to some bronze packs. We're going to first take a quick look at the transfer list, and things are starting to sell from the La Liga team. A few bronze players are selling, but mainly, obviously, we want to make profit from the bronze pack, and we will. But I think at first what we want to do is get some players for the SBCs, because I don't want to buy them, and, well, I could buy them. I have enough coins, and we will be buying certain players for some SBCs. But there we go, 450. You know, we've already made profit on that. We keep the Italian because, you know, having them all of one nation, I think in some of the SBCs is paramount at this point. But we're just going to go through these bronze packs, and the trick to it all is really patience. And if you have patience and you have enough time to dedicate it to it, this pays out. Okay, you're not going to get filthy rich, right? You are not going to turn 4,000 coins into 4 million coins overnight. You can't be promising that, because that's just not going to happen. But it's an effective way. It's another tool that we'll use to get as many players as possible. Like that Belgian card right there. I have a feeling he's going to be worth quite a bit of money, but we'll soon find out when we look at his card. We got some foot coins unlock, redeemable. That's great too. So it's just, I mean, I've known about it for years, right? I've known that the bronze pack method has worked, but I don't know, I just didn't use it properly. And obviously, when you're not doing a Road to Glory, and you have FIFA points, and you have limited amount of time playing the game, well, it's a bit different. But when you want to be spending no FIFA points, and you have a bit of time, and I don't even think you need that much time, because as I talked about earlier, there's just so many different ways to relist stuff onto the market that don't involve you being at your desk. Now, obviously, I work from home, so theoretically, I can be relisting stuff on a daily basis. I have my console running while I'm doing my regular day job, and it can just, you know, I can keep hitting it. I'm in a different sort of position than maybe other people go to school, go to work, that can't necessarily do that. And we get some squad fitness. Those are like 700 coins, if I'm not mistaken. Around 700 coins. Maybe we'll sell it for 650, get it sold right away, which is probably not really what you want to do, depending on what your coin balance is and how kind of pressed for time you are. But it's so good. It really is. And I don't know how long it will last. I don't know if it will be effective all year round. But frankly, once you get a decent enough coin total, right, you can start doing drafts. Those pay out, theoretically. You can start doing the SBCs. I mean, SBCs pay out. Very rarely do I do it like a marquee matchups, right? Or an advanced one, and I don't make money. Even the ones for the players. Now, you're getting an incredible player, right? Those can get a little too expensive, and it isn't a case that you're actually making money. But, you know, if you got a bit of luck in you, you're good. You really are. Now, we're probably going to open up this bronze packs for a few more minutes here. Excuse me. And we're going to see what happens, really. We haven't necessarily hit, like, that really big one, you know, that one that's worth 4,000 coins. But we have sold everything for every pack's making a profit. And we've kept a few things that are going to help us out in doing some SBCs. Now, obviously, these bronze players I've used in SBCs that aren't paying out, but I think one gives you like 11 silver players. Literally, you could make like an absurd amount of money on silver players. If they're not worth anything now, I'd highly recommend keeping them. Because what? They're worth like 200 coins. Okay. But there could be an SBC that comes out and he's worth 10,000 coins, 5,000 coins. And your quid's in. You really, I mean, it's astronomically crazy how much money a little bit of just fiddling around, opening up these packs can give you. I mean, okay, that guy's 200 coins, but you're only spending 400. And for some reason, these things sell. I don't quite even understand why they sell. Why is someone buying something for 200 coins? I guess it's for the SBCs. You know, you need that player for an SBC, bang. I'm not talking about the ones that go for like 600 coins. I understand there's probably a reason to that, but like these like random like Polish things, it's really insane, frankly. But it's great for us doing a Road to Glory because it allows us to do something like this and have, not right now, but theoretically, we will have an incredible team. Anyways, I think we're going to bring an end to this pack opening and kind of look into what the SBCs are going to give us. So the One League Attack is a very good SBC, excuse me, in the sense that it's giving us silver players. I've talked about silver players. They can really give you something absolutely incredible. Now this one, I'm not going to lie, I was irritated by it. I chose the wrong nation, and I shouldn't have gone with that nation because there's, you need 5 leagues, there's 4 English leagues, and there just aren't that many English players playing in other countries. Therefore, the prices are jacked up. I don't know, maybe it might have been cheaper in a different nation, it probably was, but we did it. It's not the end of the world, really. If all things come off, we will have such an amount of coins by the end of this series in a few months' time, or a few, like 10 months' time. It shouldn't even be an issue. Things are selling. I mean, look at that. 700 to 1,600. I bought that striker, actually, because I was going to do it for an SBC, but then I realised that there was a brick slot at the striker. I just really messed up on that one. Now, we're going to go into the store, and we're going to see what this brings. Now, we've got the premium golds, which is good. 3 rares. We could get some. I mean, honestly, we could pack something. There's ones to watches in packs. Now, this could bring us a lot of coins as well. The all players pack is the least one I want. But that guy, Manchester United, Portugal, that could bring us something. I mean, all those players could bring us something. Not maybe at this moment in time, but if you hoard all your players in the club that aren't selling for anything crazy, you really can get something incredible. Now, what we're going to be doing after the packs is bringing an end to the video. And it's been fun. I'm really enjoying doing this Road to Glory. I find it so much fun. Like, I have a great team on my main account. Yeah, there's obviously people with a lot better teams, a lot more money invested. But there does get to a point where it's like, what can you really do with the game? What can you really do with the team? I mean, because you get to that kind of plateau where you can't afford the icons, but you're kind of capped out in what you can do, and you can kind of switch things around. But I really think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. Excuse me. And I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, it's a bit of a struggle right now. Obviously, I don't have everything that I'd want, but we will see. Now, obviously, I'm probably going to sell all of this off camera. And next episode, we're going to be jumping into the qualifying for foot champs, because that's really paramount. Because even if it goes horribly wrong, right, and we get like silver 1, that's like 15,000 coins or something like that, a few packs. That's how we're going to start building a real base that we can start changing things. And I just wish I'd started this before, because everyone else's Road to Glory that started at the start of the game have got such better stuff than I do. And it's just like, I'm just a week behind, but I'm trying to catch up. I'm doing everything in my power to get all this content out, and this is my most fun videos to make, because I really have to, you know, be thinking about 500 different things at a time, really be smart about things and not do stupid things. And I have done a few stupid things. We'll probably sell those contracts, you know, try and maximize profit, and we'll see what it comes. Now, do we have any more packs here? We've got one more premium gold pack. It'll be interesting to see what happens with this pack. Now, we get absolutely bugger. Oh, God. I mean, okay, you don't get a board down, but you still can get a good player with just a regular flash, but not that. We will sell the squad fitness, sell, that might sell, you know, for some troll that likes Crystal Palace, how they haven't scored a goal and it's October is absolutely mental. I don't know if that kit will sell. I just don't know. I mean, you could put it up and just see how it goes. But I will sell all this off camera. And when we come back tomorrow, we will be opening up a Prime Players pack from one of those advanced SBCs. And hopefully, we will get something incredible. It's going to cost me a few bob, but I don't really think that's an issue. Things have already started selling. Coins are coming into the account. Anyway, I think we're going to bring an end. But actually, before we do that, we're just going to look at some of the players and how they've been performing. Now, obviously, he's been playing well. 3 games, 3 goals. He hasn't been playing. Welbeck would be the first player I would get rid of. Ibora, I knew he was going to be good. I knew it, like, because he's got that stay back while attacking. He's big, he's strong. He can take a long shot. Cruz is absolutely phenomenal. If you don't have him on your team, if you've got a super cheap team, I mean, I wouldn't say use him consistently in every game, but he's very, very good. And Bolo is absolutely astronomically incredible. I really am enjoying playing with these kind of more lower rated players. Anyways, that's the end of this video. Make sure to drop a like, drop a comment, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. Oh, my life.